I'll be teaching you the technique of how to create an anchor. And this anchor tonight is going to be amplified by 4 other anchors that are positive states that you're going to choose to piggyback one on top of the other, positive states. We're going to make a milkshake of wonderful feelings that you've had over your life. We're going to put them all together and have them integrate with each other as one positive state of being. And that positive state with 4 different positive anchors piggybacked is going to collapse the negative state that you want to change. It's going to literally trigger rewiring in your brain and your energy system so that you will result with a new state of being that has diminished the intensity for sure. And for some of you, it might even be gone. We'll see. And after I teach this to you tonight, you don't have to limit it to what we do here. You can add more anchors to the positives if you want to continue to transform and diminish the negative state. Now, let me give you a caution about this. The state that I want you to pick tonight should not be a huge abuse response. If you had ritual satanic abuse, I do not recommend that you use this technique. It's not going to be strong enough to overcome something that intense. But if you have a fear of driving, or you don't feel safe when you're in crowds, or you're worried about what's going to happen to the economy, whatever those daily kind of irritations are and difficulties are so appropriate for this technique. And make sure that you're comfortable sharing it with the group. Don't pick something that's too private for a group process or to maybe not feeling safe enough in a group. So think about what you want to work on. And then figure out what your beginning SUDS is from 0 to 10. How intense, how bad is it? How much space does it take up in your life? Write that SUDS level down. This is a technique that I train my hypnotherapy students to use. And tonight we're just going to do it as a group. I'm not training you how to do it. I'm just going to do it with you. Okay, here is a description of anchoring. Anchoring is an NLP term and a technique for building onto one or more representational system, A, audio, V, visual, K, kinesthetic, T for taste, and O for olfactory. AVKTO is related to all of your inner senses. So it's going to build into one of your inner senses or more a post-hypnotic cue that can be stimulated or activated at will to elicit the anchored or programmed response. Through daily living, we have naturally anchored responses. Some examples might be hearing our song connected to your high school sweetheart, or smelling jasmine, which reminds you of the summer of 1965 when you were with your grandmother, or the sound of a dentist drill. So these are all examples how through our inner senses, when we go to those senses and those memories, create and activate a response in us, either positive or negative. So we're going to start by anchoring in your right hand, your pointer finger knuckle. Your pointer finger knuckle. Can you all see my hand up there on the screen? With your pointer finger of your left hand. So the anchor will be your pointer finger on your left hand touching the pointer finger knuckle on your right hand. That's going to be your anchor. Anchors can be physical movements, words, phrases, pictures that come to mind. It can come through any form. We're going to do physical anchoring tonight. So we're going to first anchor in a state of being calm and relaxed. So I invite you to close your eyes, take a breath, and in your memory, let yourself go to a time when you experienced for you what being calm and relaxed is. Have it be a positive memory. And if more than one memory comes up, just choose one. So in your imagination, step into that experience. Be in your body, in that calm and relaxed place and state. Remember where you are. Recall the time of day or evening. Remember the time of year. If you're with someone else or others, who are they? What's the position of your physical body in this calm and relaxed state? Are you stationary or moving? And as you feel your body in that memory, notice how your breathing is and your heart rate. And be aware of a state of relaxation in your muscles. And perhaps you also are aware of quieter thoughts and being very still and present. Whatever your memory is, amplify it. Breathe into the calm and relaxed state that you're recalling now. And notice how your body responds. And as you recall, the fact that you experience being calm and relaxed in your body, for you right now, what's the best part of it? What's the essence of being calm and relaxed? Really focus in on the best part of it. And go ahead with your eyes closed and take your left pointer finger and touch your right pointer finger knuckle. Calm and relaxed. The essence of your experience is fully in your awareness now. Tuning into what you feel in your body, the state of your emotions, the sounds, the smells, the tastes, the sights around you, the essence of calm and relaxed. And when you feel satisfied with your memory of being calm and relaxed, you might even notice you're feeling it now. You can open your eyes, take your finger off your knuckle, and come back into the room. So that is how you create an anchor. You go to a memory and then you associate in that memory. You're not looking at yourself, you're in it. You're in the body, in the environment, having the sensations come back. Now, after you install an anchor, and that's the NLP term, we have installed an anchor. NLP came into vogue about the time PC computers showed up. That's how long ago it was. And so the nomenclature for some of these techniques is based on what's going on culturally. And so NLP really adopted all this computerese terminology. You just installed an anchor into your computer, so to speak. So we're going to test to see if what you installed took. And the way you do that is take a breath, close your eyes, touch your anchor, and go back into the essence of it, the best part of it. Calm and relaxed. And let it come flooding back into your awareness. Amplify it. Intend it. Calm and relaxed. And when you feel satisfied that you've reactivated your anchor, you can open your eyes and take your finger off your anchor knuckle. Okay, now in your materials, the worksheet for collapsing anchors is the last part of it. So what I'm going to suggest, if you don't have it printed, you can just take notes or just remember that it's here for you. Your pointer finger knuckle anchor is calm and relaxed. And you can fill in the details of the avocado. Where were you? What were you feeling? What did you smell? What did you taste? What was the temperature? Who was with you? All the details of your experience you can take notes on. And the essence of it, you can just write a statement for. Maybe the essence was, for calm and relaxed, was warm in the sun. Maybe the essence was no worries. You figure out what your essence is and write that cue for yourself. This little diagram we're going to go back to every time you do an anchor, so you have a template of it. Julie?
Can you tell me what AVKTO stands for again?
Auditory, visual, taste. No, wait, yeah. AVK, kinesthetic, taste, and olfactory. AVKTO. The avocado is the terminology we use as an acronym in hypnosis to describe how we experience our inner awareness in hypnosis. It's used in all kinds of modalities in therapy to reference those senses, both inwardly and outwardly. And what your dominant outward modality may be. So some people say, I'm super visual, or I'm not that visual, but I feel in my body all the time. I get my information through my body. Some of you are going to be more visual, some are going to be more kinesthetic. We all have our natural way. And it may not be the same thing when you're in hypnosis. It may be that your internal reference is different. So we go through all of them so you can amplify your inner state. All those senses can be activated. Okay, let's check and see one more time if you can go back into calm and relaxed. When you're ready, pointer finger, pointer knuckle, left hand on right hand knuckle, calm and relaxed. Think of the essence of it. And when you're satisfied that you've reactivated it, you can open your eyes, take your finger off your anchor. Do any of you have any questions about what we just did?
I have a question.
Yes.
So currently I'm feeling non-activated and neutral. So in the current state, it's the anchoring doesn't feel like a shift because right now I'm not activated. So how do I know if it works?
It works if you feel it. It worked if you're able to access what you anchored in there. If it didn't work, there's a couple reasons it might not have worked. Number one, you have to have it be a completely positive memory. It's not unusual for people to think of a memory, go into it, and they say, oh, I remember we had an argument right after that, so that doesn't feel too good. So that's not what you'd want to anchor in. You want to make sure it's purely positive. So consider if you did that. And if not, a one-on-one session, I would talk you through it and ask you to report what you're experiencing. What colors are you seeing? What fragrances are in the air? What sensations do you feel in your body? And you would be reporting that so that I could use positive suggestions to amplify and have you go more deeply into it. It's very different when we're doing it in a group because you've got more responsibility on yourself, right? Okay. Does that help you understand it?
Yes, thank you, Helen.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay, I'm going to ask a few of you who'd like to share what your essence is. For calm and relaxed, what's your essence of it? Let's hear some reports. Anybody? Tell me. Kaya, just briefly, what's your essence? Oops, your mic is not on.
I'm okay, just as I am. I'm accepted. I have accepted myself.
Beautiful, beautiful. Somebody else. Yes, Angela. It's down at the bottom on the left. It says audio on the left.
I'm having trouble with I think the battery's going. Anyway, at one with the ocean.
Wonderful. At one with the ocean. Everybody's just going to be completely different. Completely different. So one more. Somebody else share. Susie.
Loving life, no worries, no pressure.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So the reason I have you get the essence of it is because when I say calm and relax, your conscious mind picks a place. And then when you go inside, your unconscious mind goes more deeply into the experience and comes up with the best part of it. So when you go for your anchor, you think calm and relax, and then you go to your essence because the essence is where the juice is for you. Okay? Now, this technique is based on a repetition of this process of anchoring. By the time you're done tonight, you will have anchored 5 different states. What we're going to go to now is what I call the yucky, what you want to work on. This is the hardest part because you got to anchor in the yucky, which is already there, so you can collapse it. The yucky is going to be anchored with your right pointer finger on your left knee. So pick a spot on your knee that's going to be your anchor spot. Your right pointer finger on your left knee.
Left knee?
Left knee. Now, if you have an injured left knee, I don't recommend you anchor something negative in your knee. So you could anchor it on your upper thigh, for instance. But it has to be someplace on your body that's really easily accessible. You could anchor on your nose if you want, but I don't think you're going to want to do that because if you want to stimulate your anchors in public, it's going to look kind of weird, right? So we're being innocuous about the places we're using. So your knee if you've got an okay knee, your thigh if you've got an injured knee. We're going to do this again, and you're going to focus, each of you uniquely, on whatever it is you want to collapse and change. Your yucky, your negative state. And everybody has one of those, right? Everybody's chosen something you're going to work on. Okay. So when you're ready, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and go to a time when your yucky was in your face. You were in it. Step into the environment. Be aware of the time of day or evening. Check out the surroundings. Look at the colors. If you're indoors, what's the furniture around you? If you're outdoors, what are you surrounded by? What's the position of your body in this yucky state? Are you in movement or still? Are you standing or sitting or lying down or kneeling? Who's with you, if anyone? And if there's interactions, what kind of interactions are you having? And most importantly, what interaction are you having with yourself? How are you feeling? Where do you feel the emotions in your body? What tastes do you have in your mouth during this experience? What smells are around you? And what are you saying to yourself? That inner voice? Or what conversations or sounds are you hearing around you? And just take in the whole experience of what you feel, what you hear, what you see, what you taste, what you smell, and how this whole experience affects you overall. And as you're tuning into the memory of this yucky experience, what's your suds level now from 0 to 10? 10 being the worst. So go ahead and take your left pointer finger. I'm sorry, said that wrong. Your right pointer finger and touch your left knee. Right pointer finger and left knee. This is your yucky spot. And as you fill it in through the AVKTO, all the senses, what's the most difficult part of this for you? The essence of the yucky. And when you have a sense of that and you're ready, you can take your finger off your knee, open your eyes, and come back into the room. I promise you it'll get better from here on. This is the hardest part of this exercise. Now realize that you're not making it any worse than it was. You're just acknowledging the way it was so you can change it. And in almost every technique that I've learned therapeutically, there's an element that's called the law of reversed effect that comes from ancient Taoism, which is if you want to change it, you first of all got to accept it the way it is. This is the first step of the 12-step program. All cultures have an understanding of this. You got to start right where you are. So this yucky is the baseline that we're going to start with to transform it. So on that little diagram, that little sheet, you can write down. Actually, I don't think I have a place for this because I have only the positive anchors, but you can jot down for yourself your right pointer finger on your left knee for your yucky, what you call the yucky, what you decided to work on. The AVKTO, what came up when you were actually in it, and then the essence of it. The essence of your yucky. Now, if you were my client, I would be taking notes for you because you would be verbalizing this whole thing to me as we experience it. And I would give you my notes afterwards. So you're going to be your own therapist and take your own notes here. So we're going to test the anchor now. You always install it. You do not touch the anchor until you're in it, because if you don't find yourself in it and you touch it, you won't have a very strong anchor. So the timing is important. And then when you test it, it's all one swoop. You close your eyes, test it, go back to the anchor and think about your essence. So when you're ready, right pointer finger, left knee, touch your spot, go to your essence of the yucky. Let it come flooding back into your awareness. Filling it in, all the details. Increasing the suds level back to where it was. Negative anchor, yucky. And you don't have to dwell on it too long. As soon as you've got it, you can open your eyes, come back into the room. Okay, now this is the fun part. We're going to start adding more positive anchors. I gave you one that's calm and relaxed to start with. That's pretty neutral, pretty basic for everybody. Most everybody can appreciate calm and relaxed. You get to choose 3 more positives, and I'm going to give you some ideas, but you don't have to limit it to my ideas. You probably are going to have some of your own ideas of what those 3 extra things could be besides calm and relaxed. Here's some ideas. Focused, being joyous, playful, confident, accepting, trusting, grounded, in the flow, happy, present, spiritually awake. Those are just some ideas. Come up with 3 for yourself that you'd like to feel. Remember, they have to be positive states, and they should have absolutely nothing to do with the yucky. So if you're working on road rage, you don't want any of your positive anchors to have anything to do with driving. Make sure they're from separate areas of your life. So think of 3 others that you'd like to experience instead of the yucky. And you can write those things down on your little sheet. You're going to have a middle finger anchor, a ring finger anchor, and a pinky finger anchor. They're going to all be different positive states. And we'll be going through this one at a time. If you all have any questions, feel free to ask at any time, okay? If you need clarification, feel free to ask. Who needs more time? Anybody? Okay, before we start with a new anchor, let's go back and test your calm and relaxed again. Close your eyes. Left hand on right pointer finger knuckle. Calm and relaxed. Let it come rushing back, calm and relaxed. This is basic traditional behavioral psychology. Stimulus response, stimulus response, stimulus response. You're programming in a positive state. And when you're satisfied you've got your calm and relaxed and your essence is there, take your finger off the knuckle, come back into the room. Anytime you're feeling stress, you can activate this at will, any place, anytime. Nobody needs to know what you're doing. Calm and relax. There it is. Be a very useful tool. Okay, you're going to choose your next one you're going to do of your 3 extras. We'll focus on one of them. I won't know what that is, only you will. Your next finger, which is your middle finger, is going to be on your middle knuckle. So you're going to have this one and then this one. Everybody see that? Middle finger of your left hand, middle finger knuckle on your right hand. Eventually, you're going to have all 4 fingers on your knuckles like this. But we're just going to do number 2 now. Middle
I have a
finger.
question. I'm a little confused about
Okay.
which hand and which, are we touching?
Okay, I'm going to talk you through it, Kaya. I will talk you through it. So just, you know, your right and left. That's all you need to know. Okay. Okay, so we're going to not touching it yet because you don't want to touch it until you're in it to install an anchor. So take your hands away from each other. Close your eyes. Take a breath. and recall a time when you were experiencing the state that you want to anchor. Go back to a positive memory that has nothing to do with your yucky. Step into the memory. Associate in it. Notice your surroundings, the colors, the textures, the temperature of the air, the fragrances, tastes. If you're with someone, who is it? What kind of interactions are you having? What are you hearing in your head and around you? And what do you feel in this situation? What's it like to embody this positive state, to be it, to live it? Keep amplifying through all of your inner senses. And when you're ready, you will take your left middle finger and touch your right middle finger knuckle. Your left middle finger on your right middle finger knuckle. That's your spot for this anchor. Keep filling it out with all the details, expanding your state. And what is the best part of this, the essence of it for you? The best part. And keeping that in mind, when you're ready, take your finger off your knuckle, open your eyes, and take some notes. What are the details of this state, this memory? And what's the essence? Okay, let's test it. Let's test it. You're going to take your right middle finger and touch your left middle finger and touch your right middle finger knuckle. And go to your essence. Filling in the experience. Stepping into the memory, being in it. Fill it out with details. And when you feel satisfied that you've activated your anchor, take your finger off your knuckle and open your eyes. Come back into the room. You seeing the pattern here? Create an anchor, test it. Create an anchor, test it. Any questions so far? Okay, we're going to continue with our next anchor. This is the second one that you've chosen for yourself. It'll be unique to you. Everybody ready? Yeah? Okay, this will be your ring finger on your left hand, touching the ring finger knuckle on your right hand. You see how the fingers are matching up, right? Makes it easy to remember. This is what this one looks like. Ring finger to ring finger. Don't touch it until we're ready to actually anchor it, though. So check out to see what your next anchor is going to be about, your memory. Make sure that the one you pick is positive and it has nothing to do with your yucky. So when you're ready, take a moment to get comfortable, close your eyes, and go into your memory of the state you wish to anchor in. Step into the experience. Be embodied in the memory. Where are you? What's the time of day or evening? Who are you with, if anyone? What's the position of your body in this memory? Are you moving or still? Are you standing or sitting or lying down or kneeling? What's the time of day? The temperature? Listen to the sounds around you. And if you're with others, who are they in relationship to you and what interactions are you sharing? What emotions do you feel? And how does it feel to be in your body during this experience? What are the sensations? Focus on your thought process. What do you say to yourself? Or is it silent within you? And what tastes or smells are you aware of? As you amplify this positive state that's very much a part of you and your history, when you're ready, go ahead and take your left ring finger and touch your right ring finger knuckle. This is your anchor. Keep filling in the details and experience the essence of this one. What's the best part of it? What do you most enjoy and appreciate about this state? Keep amplifying and filling in. And when you feel satisfied that you've anchored in this positive state, you take your finger off your knuckle, open your eyes, and come back into the room. And jot down your essence and jot down the specifics of your memory. When I work with this technique with my clients and students, what we discover is we don't have to be a victim of our emotional states. We can have some choices if we know how to regulate our states. So why would we want to spend time with the yucky when we can spend time with these positive states? So it's a very empowering process to realize that we do have some control over what we normally perceive we're out of control over. We have choice. We don't have to be victims of our emotional vicissitudes. Okay, we got one more anchor to create, to install. I'm going to wait until everybody's done writing before we do it, because some of you are still making some notes. Patty, I've got your screen about half over your face, so could I see your whole beingness? Other way. Let's get, there you go. I got the whole person now. There's a couple of you who are hiding behind the screen too. You're welcome to show yourselves if you want. Galina, do you need more time? Okay, let's get prepared then for our last positive anchor, which will be the pinky finger of your left hand, the pinky knuckle on your right hand. Okay, that's what I will do. So when you're ready, sit back, take a breath, close your eyes, and go into a positive, strong memory related to your pinky finger anchor that has nothing to do with the yucky. And step into your memory. Go back in time. Step into the body, the environment, the time of day or evening. Recall the body posture you're in. Experience the body sensations and the emotions you feel. And if others are with you, who are they? And how are you interacting with them? And they with you? What's the temperature of the air and the fragrances you're breathing? What's it feel like to be in this state? And as you amplify all of the senses in you and around you, when you're ready, take your left pinky finger and touch your right pinky finger knuckle. As you install your anchor, filling in the details, accessing the essence of this one, the best part of it. Enjoy the best part of this state that's very much a part of your history and experience. And when you feel satisfied that you've accessed this anchor and installed it, open your eyes, take your finger off your pinky knuckle, come back into the room. And you can take some notes for yourself. Description of what you accessed memory-wise and the essence. Now, in an hour session, which is the way that I work with my clients, we're getting probably about 2/3 through the hour at this point. It takes about an hour to do this whole process with somebody new. And it may be that this person or you would like to have more positive anchors, and you're certainly welcome to use this technique on your own and use the knuckles that are on the middle of your fingers. And then all you have to do is just overlay the two knuckles. So you can add to these positives if you want. But typically, having 4 positives is enough to make a shift. So we'll see how it goes. The magic of it's going to come in the next step we take. We're going to put them all together. We're going to piggyback them. I'll talk you through it. Have your notes close by so you can have an eye open if you have to check it. If you were my client, I would have taken notes on everything you reported to me, and I would be reading those notes back to you. So all you'd have to do was have the experience. Because you're a little bit on your own now, you might need your notes close by so you can check for yourself. Okay, before we do this, do any of you have any comments or questions? No, we're all on board here. Okay. This is the fun part. We're going to put it all together. There'll be 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4. And I'll sequence them slowly so you can access each state before you go to the next one. But you're going to make a milkshake. They're all going to come together. And after you have all 4 anchored, you're going to move your pointer finger over to your left knee. And you're going to download the positive anchors into the yucky. And some of you are going to feel feelings in your body. Some of you are going to feel calming, relaxed state. Some of you are going to have some flashes of images or memories or thoughts or emotions. Give it as long as it takes for it to mellow into a new homeostasis. Just luxuriate through the process. Just keep at it until you feel it's just evened out. Then you can release all of the anchors at once. And everybody's going to have a different timing of this because some of you are going to need more time than others. So I'll give you that space, give you the space to decide for yourself when you're ready to come out of the whole thing and open all the anchors up. The last thing we'll do is test the yucky. Remember the suds level you started with? That yucky should have a different response for you now. We'll see how it goes. And I'm going to super encourage you guys to share your experiences with each other when we're done with this, because you're going to learn from each other the dimension of this experience and how different everyone experiences it as a way to affirm that something's going on here. Something's shifting. And it's fun to talk about. So I encourage you to share if you want. Okay, now do you have any questions? Okay, we're going to do it. Sit back, get comfortable. I will talk you through every part of this. I'm going to wait till everybody's ready here. So we're going to start with the left pointer finger on the right pointer knuckle, which is calm and relaxed. Go to your essence. Remember the details, so calm and relaxed. Fill out the space with this memory. Be in it. I'm going to take a little bit of time for people to have a chance to rest into calm and relaxed. And when you're ready, touch the next knuckle, which is your middle finger knuckle of your left hand, on your middle knuckle on your right hand. This is your second essence. Fill in your details. Take a peek at your notes if you need to. Remember the details of the state and your essence. So now you have calm and relaxed and your second knuckle activated. Keeping both of those in place, you're going to add the third one, your third anchor. Remember the essence of that one. Remember the details. The AVKTO, what you see, feel, hear, taste, and smell. The essence. And keeping those 3 anchors intact, you'll add the last one when you're ready. The final anchor. Go to the essence of that one. Check your notes if you need to. All 4 together. Positive, life-affirming states that are very much a part of who you are in your history. They all work together. Harmonizing, empowering, galvanizing your positive state of being. And very carefully, when you're ready, moving both hands over to your knee with your pointer right finger touching your spot on your knee, keeping all of them intact. All of them intact. Touch that knee. Notice what happens. Being aware of any shifts you're experiencing internally, what you see, what you hear, what you feel, what you think, what you know. Take as much time as you need. And at some point, it'll feel like there's a new homeostasis, a new state that's just solidly there. That's when you can remove your fingers from your knuckles and your knee. Take as much time as you want and need. Release all of them at once when it's time to open your eyes. You'll have a sense when it sort of calms down. The movement, inner movement stopped. There's just like a new baseline. That's when you open your eyes and take your finger off the knuckles and some of you are still in the state, and that's perfectly fine. Take as much time as you need. But I'm going to open it for discussion now. So if anybody wants to share, you can open your mics and you can talk a little bit about what that was like to collapse that negative anchor. What was it like when the positives came in on the negative? What did you feel? What did you see? What did you sense? What did you think? How did it work for you? If anybody would like to share, we'll take time for that now.
Holly, can I just clarify? I lost the instructions right when you said put your finger on the knee. Were you supposed to keep the hand?
Absolutely, you keep them all together.
I did that then. I just was afraid I did it.
Keep them all. See, the point is for these positives to collapse the negative. So they have to have a chance to neurologically connect. And
Okay.
notice we're doing right and left brain here, right and left side of the body. We're stimulating the corpus callosum when we're making these changes as part of having a more balanced and integrated brain when they are coming together instead of working against each other.
Okay, great.
Okay?
I was just thinking of all the positives from
Yeah.
when I had my finger on the knee. So thank you. I love that.
Yes, Raquel.
Wow, talk about milkshake. It was amazing. I could feel all the positives swirling around the yucky.
Yeah.
And the yucky was kind of like fighting with the other ones.
Uh-huh.
And but I could feel the most of my essences swirling around it.
Yes.
And it just solidify into all the positive.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was gone.
Well, we're going to do one more thing when we're done sharing here. We're going to just check the yucky by itself and see what the suds level is now.
Okay.
We're going to see what the result of all this is in a few minutes. Anybody else care to share about what it was to collapse the anchors? Everybody's experience is going to be unique. I'd like at least one more person to share, please, just so we can have a little more variety. Patty, thank
Okay.
you.
So I just felt not the swirling kind of thing, but the different words kept replaying in my head. You
Yes.
know, not looking at the paper. I mean, I remembered what they were, and they just kept replaying.
Mhm.
And then I saw like white or bright light, like white light, and that's kind of something that happens to me a lot with energy work. It's like that's a norm for me. But anyway, so that was like, oh, it's working. You know? This is good. And then I just really like all of a sudden at the end, like I knew it was finished when I said to myself, I'm worthy. I feel worthy. So it just that was
That was the grand finale for you.
yeah, yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Okay, let's all test the yucky by itself now. Finger, right hand, left knee, go right back to the same spot. Close your eyes and just notice what's there now. What you feel in your body, what you say to yourself, what you see with your inner eyes. When you think about that memory, what's left?
Wow.
And what suds level would you give it now between 0 and 10? From now on, whenever you are faced with this issue in your life, you have a choice about focusing on the yucky or focusing on your positive anchors. Every time you choose those positive states, you are reinforcing those neurophysiological patterns that create a new homeostasis for your life. You have some control literally at your fingertips. And you can add to these positive states with other anchors if you choose to do so. And you might find that these positive states are generic enough that you could put another spot on your knee with another issue and use them over again for a new release of collapsing of an anchor. Okay, take your finger off your anchor and let's hear some final reports from people about what your beginning suds level is and what your ending suds level is. Who'd like to share?
I'll share. My beginning was like an 8 or 9, a pretty big fear. And when I just went back to do it, immediately it was like, why are you even thinking about this? It doesn't even matter. You're wasting your time. And it was just dark. Like, you're done. And that was so cool. Thank you.
It's not in here anymore.
No, it's not.
It's a memory about it now
Yeah.
because you have literally programmed it out of your energy system.
Amazing. Thank you so
It's
much.
amazing. And thank you so much for sharing. It's beautiful. Somebody else. Somebody else. Yes, Patty.
I figure I should since I did the others. So when I did it, it was like I feel nothing.
You feel nothing. What was your beginning suds level?
I would say a good 9.
9.
Yeah,
How does it feel to have nothing there?
it was pretty good. I can't wait to so I'll just share so I have a problem with food binging at night. And it's, you know, been a stress thing for since COVID, actually. So, and I just haven't been able to wipe it out. I even tried EFT, but I wasn't doing it right, I think. I went back to your old notes to see,
Yeah.
but that was like the end. We were running out of time that particular lesson. So anyway, but tonight it's like, oh, this is it, you know? So I can't, it's almost like I can't wait till later at the usual time when I,
If you have to binge, binge here.
exactly,
You
exactly.
gotta
So I can't wait. I
alternate.
feel like next month I have to let you know.
It's fabulous. Thank you, Patty.
Yes, thank you.
Somebody else, beginning and ending suds levels. Raquel.
Susie, I was like, oh, did you say someone else?
Yeah, Raquel, and then you, Susie.
I felt absolutely no stress, no fear, no anxiety. I felt the love that I collected through all these anchors. That's all I felt, complete love and peace.
Yay.
It's gone. My
Yeah.
fear is gone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Susie.
I was just gonna say ditto to what everyone's saying. I felt like a 9 or 10 at the beginning, the says, and then now it is like 0, just completely gone. So thank you. It was really awesome.
Well, thank the people who developed these technologies, Bandler and Grinder, who have made these technologies available to all of us. And I'm very grateful for these tools. It is so joyous to have a client come into my office who's in stress and in pain, and to leave with this empowerment that they can use on a daily basis for themselves. What a gift to be able to share that. And I am absolutely joyful being here with all of you tonight to know that this can help you all navigate through the territory ahead, all the uncertainty, all the chaos that we're dealing with. The thing that we do have is our own inner stability, and we have to keep that healthy. That's really important. And that's why I put these workshops together every month. Next month is going to be teaching you to do self-hypnosis. So if you'd like to join us, we'll be going through all the protocol of how to put a little self-hypnosis session together for yourself. Come with an idea of an issue that you'd like to bring some healing to yourself for, and I'll coach you through that whole process as well. Wait, Raquel?
I have a quick question about how do you position your hand correctly before you touch the knee?
Well, I had you do it so you're matching finger with knuckles.
Okay.
And then touch the spot. It's a little bit awkward probably.
Okay, yeah, it was. Okay, I was just wondering if I did it right. Yeah, all right.
A little awkward. When I do it with a client, I do it differently. I have them lay their fingers over their hands. But when you're talking about left pinky finger on right pointer knuckle, it gets very confusing. And I did not want to do that with a group tonight. It's just too much right and left and pinky, and it's just too confusing. So I just had you overlay the same.
Okay.
Now, if that's not comfortable, you could anchor into your arm. Doesn't have to be your knee. You could anchor into your belly.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else anybody wants to share? Okay, I'm going to bring up my CDs for you to look at. Hang on just a sec. And you go to the resource button, down to CD downloads. The health and well-being series are all hypnotherapy with EFT. And these are more psychospiritual down here. The one that has the anchoring on it is the Releasing Anxiety CD. Let me go back here. The Releasing Anxiety CD has the anchoring on it. So here we are, the little blessing. As we prepare to return from this space of deep connection, let us carry forward the wisdom that has awakened within us. May the insights and healing we have received take root in our being, gently unfolding in perfect time, guiding us towards clarity, healing, empowerment, and growth. May the breath remind us of our presence, the stillness remind us of our strength, and the dreams remind us of our infinite potential. We honor the mysteries within, the journey still unfolding, and the unseen forces that support us on our path. As we rise, may we bring the sense of peace into the waking world, moving with intention, speaking with kindness, and listening with open hearts. And so, with gratitude for this sacred space and for each other, we return whole, grounded, and renewed. Grounded, present, balanced, and renewed. So it is. And you know who that was written by? AI. That is a prayer from AI. And when I read that, one of my teachers asked for a prayer for an organization, my past life organization, and she brought that to the table. When I heard that, I thought, there's consciousness in there. There's consciousness everywhere.